Logan Paul's team of lawyers showed up to silence me. That is what YouTuber Coffeezilla just announced to the world in a video yesterday that has since blown up. Because as you may know, Coffee, aka Steven, he's made multiple videos investigating Logan's CryptoZoo venture, calling it a scam, and also calling Logan out for failing to complete his promise of paying back all the alleged victims. And back in June, Logan sued Steven for defamation, arguing that Steven's coverage of that CryptoZoo fallout was an intentional attempt to hurt Logan's reputation, with them also accusing Steven of making those videos just for clicks and a paycheck. You know, for a while, Steven didn't respond, but he's now finally addressed it. And the key thing is not only is he standing by his reporting, but he is now accusing Logan of filing this suit to prevent more potentially negative stories from coming out.
You see, only hours before this lawsuit was filed, I had reached out to Logan Paul about a new investigation into one of his companies, which has just been accused by the Canadian government of being a multi-layered fraud in Canada. I obviously had questions, but before I was able to get answers, Logan's team of lawyers showed up to silence me.
Right, and so that investigation centered around Liquid Marketplace, a platform that Logan co-founded where you can buy fractions of and co-own collectible items like Pokemon cards. Because, you know, Steven said that for a while he had heard rumors that people at the company may have been mishandling funds. So he said that he tried to meet with the CEO to discuss this, but then the CEO would just straight up schedule meetings with him and then not show up. And so Steven says that he tried to reach out to Logan, and Logan said that he would try to iron this out and have the CEO respond, but then months later, still nothing. And then, come June, officials in Canada were already on it.
The Ontario Securities Commission revealed a Liquid Marketplace investigation where they accused Liquid Marketplace of being a multi-layered fraud, taking in $2.7 million from the sale of these fractionalized collectibles. The platform allegedly did not do exactly what it promised. Some of the blockchain tokens did not even mint. But even worse was the allegation that approximately $3 million was misappropriated from $10 million they raised of investor funds. This is a very similar claim to the one I had tried to verify.
So the CEO and other executives were accused of making hidden payments to shell corporations. The CEO also accused of buying luxury goods on the company's credit cards. Well, notably, Logan was not named in this. Steven still reached out to him because he's the face of the company. Saying he asked Logan about the allegations from the Ontario Securities Commission on June 26, but before noon on June 27th, he was hit with a lawsuit. Steven saying, he never got answers to his questions, and maybe Logan had good answers. Maybe Logan is innocent here, but
now the story is not about those questions. It's about why I was sued immediately after asking them and threatened if I reported about Liquid Marketplace in a way they didn't like. I believe this lawsuit was not designed to win, but to shut me up, to threaten me.
We also saw Steven just slam the allegations in the lawsuit itself.
This lawsuit is not about Logan Paul getting defamed. Instead, this is about him trying to dodge accountability, victims, and blame anyone but himself for his problems, especially me. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him.
Or with him saying that Logan's lawsuit isn't actually about the original investigation into CryptoZoo, but about 2 videos and a tweet that focus on Logan paying back the alleged victims.
Remember, there are 2 parts to CryptoZoo, the NFTs and the Zoo tokens, and Logan chose only to refund the NFTs, which is a minority of the losses, and I had a major problem with that.
With him claiming that Logan himself has referred to the people who lost money as victims and therefore should be willing to hold himself accountable here. Also claiming that nothing in his coverage should count as defamation because Logan had already had a bad reputation when it came to crypto schemes before all this. And then also saying that defamation involves malice and Logan had praised his reporting in the past.
This journalist, YouTuber, crypto uncoverer guy named Coffeezilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy.
Right, and so with all that, Steven claims that Logan's allegations have no merit. But with that, what he says Logan does have is money, which Steven is struggling with, saying that his insurance company isn't covering this lawsuit, which is also why he announced that you can support him over on Patreon, or he's also selling t-shirts to raise legal funds. With all this, depending on where you go on the internet, drastically different reactions. Where you go one place and seemingly a lot of Logan's fans don't care about any of this, but then you go to Steven's video, which has passed 4 million views in less than 24 hours, and people are very anti-Logan, with top comments including Logan Paul dealing with the consequences of his own actions, impossible, as well as the fact that he'd rather go through all this and hire 5 lawyers rather than pay some people back some money is wild, definition of a scumbag. And finally, Legal Eagle dropping the shocked Pikachu face. Right, but all of that is the court of public opinion, and as far as what happens in real court, we'll have to wait and see.